Hello, boys and girls. This is Old Man Yells at Cloud. Doing some stuff. All right, so we are working on Cecilia, which is a graphic novel. As the description calls out, it's kind of a horror-based graphic novel. And I've been doing a lot of work on this thing. There's obviously a bunch of other videos up right now, though they may end up getting taken down at a certain point because I've read up some more. I'm kind of self-taught on Blender, so as I go along, I discover different things that I kind of want to do. And I experimented with some exporting to try to figure out how I was going to draw it and whether it would be a combination of drawing and rendering. And I realized that if I could render the backgrounds in the way that I wanted, that I would be less drawing. So I'm going to rebuild the set. I think this is the third time, but each time it gets a little bit better, and hopefully this will be the last time. And I wanted to get you guys in on the ground floor. So anybody that's interested could kind of follow along with everything. As I always mention, I don't have the time or the following right now to spend a lot of time getting into time codes and editing and all the rest of that. So I just kind of go live. And if you see something that's kind of interesting, feel free to time code it in the comments for other people to do. That would be awesome. Also, like and subscribe if you want. I don't have these things monetized ad wise, so any ads that you see is on YouTube and they're just trying to take your money. Business has got to do what businesses do. And then there will be some videos later on that will be hidden for Patreon members. And my Patreon is cheap. It's like $2 or $3 or something like that. And you get access to a decent number of videos and the full script for this short film, and then a whole bunch of other creative stuff that we do that we sort of keep there for those people that are giving me $3 for a cheap ass cigar each week or whatever, or each month, because that's basically what you're doing. You're paying me cigar money. So feel free to just sign up for like a month and look at all the stuff and unsign. Like, it doesn't matter to me too much. So I'm not going to get into, I sort of talk about how I don't do tutorials per se, but I'm going to talk through a lot of this stuff. And this is Blender, and there'll be some really basic shit that I might not talk through. I got my little mouse doodad here now, which I didn't used to have, so you can kind of see what key strokes I'm following. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm not British, is change this to Imperial. The funny thing about that is metric is obviously used for space stuff as well, like NASA uses it, and there's a bunch of things that use it. And I design kind of role-playing game adventures a lot of times, and I use feet and inches in Pathfinder and D&D because that's kind of what they use for their scale. But when I do Traveler, or my sort of homebrew Traveler thing, I actually do use metrics in that because it just feels like in the future there will be metrics or whatever. But for right now, boom. I'm going to create the room that Cecilia, the whole film sort of takes place in this room. There's one or two shots in kind of side rooms, and I might do that as well. But I'll walk you through it. I'm going to add a plane. Donk. And then I'm going to come down here. I have a few add-ons, which are all free add-ons through Blender. I'm not going to explain to you how add-ons work necessarily. I kind of will. You just go up to your preferences and you click on them. And these are all the one. There's some in here that I haven't enabled. I really wanted to use Home Builder to do this because it seems like it would make it super easy. But it kept fucking crashing, and it was super hard to find any kind of support for it unless I go to Discord, and I do not like Discord that much because I'm old. So I'm just like, hey, if I can't find an easy answer for this, I'll just do it myself. Like, it's fine. And then you can go to this Get Extensions and basically come up with, there's the installed ones, but as you page down, grab the little doodad here. There's a whole bunch of cool tools that I think a lot of people don't know about that you can just install, and they're all just free little doodads. And then you go into here and they're clicked, and then you go down to this little hamburger doodad and you save it, even though it says to auto save them. This is a lie. So you hit your save, and then it kind of saves them for the next project, because I activated a whole bunch of them and then closed it, not knowing that. And then when I opened it back up again, I was like, they're all gone. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, and then I've got down here some actual dimension-y stuff. I don't like that it's in this corner right now because it's being covered up a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway. But yeah, as I teach myself stuff, I just learn more things, you know, having to zero out locations and all the rest of that stuff. So anyway, this is my initial plane. And the interesting part of this, actually, let's go to, I don't think I can enter in inches. I don't know a way to do that. Let's see, 4 inches is 1/3 of a foot. So 0.5.25. So 23.25. 23.25. Oh, I did that backwards. It needed to be 1/3. And that's not exactly 1/3, but that's about, yeah, 31/32. So I could add like another 3 and go on into infinity. But anyway, the reason I am doing that is so that I can create walls from this floor. So, assume this is like right on the ground plane there. All right. So now I'm going to try, I'm not very good at this, but I'm going to try some loop cuts with exact measurements. Oh, there we go. So that would be minus 11. See, now we get into math. So if I have 23 and 4 inches, what I actually want is 11.5 and 11 and a half, 11.6 inches in actuality. So that's not going to work. I think I have an easier way to do this. Let's just make this 23 for now. Okay, cool. And this just sort of gives me, I got to create a collection. House parts. There we go. I probably am going to redo the floor after this, but I'll leave this here for now. So we're going to add a mesh plane. We're going to make it 4 inches on the X. Can I do inches that way? Oh, it does do it. Okay. And we're going to leave it here. We're going to enable snapping. Oh, I got a glare on my monitor. Oh, and I forgot, but I do a little thing where I tell you what music I'm listening to, because I have these various soundtracks that I go through the album. And right now we are in Morricone's Thing soundtrack from the John Carpenter movie. And we're part of the way through it because I was doing some other stuff, but it looks like that. Oh, it's actually the last track. And then it'll go into Road to Perdition and Alien. I don't think I'll get too far. I don't think I'll even get into Alien tonight because I'm not going to spend like 2 hours working on this stuff right now. I'm probably just going to spend like 45 minutes or set this up. All right, so this is the snapping tool. I want edge snapping, so I do that. And then I click that. There we go. And then I grab this and I go, or I don't even grab it, it's already selected. I go G to grab and X to move it along the X-axis. Bonk. And then I drag it past it a little bit and then grab X to here. You got to do it kind of relative to what the thing is there. There we go. Okay. And there's basically my first wall. Dun dun dun. And let's go left wall, because it's always in the view of coming into the, we're going to come into a hallway from here. So that's what that's going to be. All right, wall left. All right, and I actually need to make this, let's see if this works. 23 feet 4 inches. That did work. All right, cool. It's kind of how it works in whatever that thing that used to be Google and now isn't Google anymore, SketchUp. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to go, is it Control D? Shift D? Yeah, Shift D. Move that along the x-axis. Actually end up on the edge. I think it did end up on the edge. No, it didn't. Okay. Grab X. And grab X. Grab X. There we go. Okay, cool. And I will probably bevel these walls, though I don't really have to. I think that's probably fine, honestly. Alright, so this is wall right. Alright. And then I will duplicate it again. I will rotate it on the z-axis 90 degrees. Grab Y, get it out into here. Grab Y to lock it to that. And then grab X to move it along here. Just try to center it. Doesn't matter that much, but I get a little precocious about this stuff. Oh, that doesn't work. And it doesn't have the same type of align tools as the design software I'm using. So again, speaking of interaction, if some of you want to kind of explain where there are align tools for me, then to align things easier, feel free. All right, so I could leave it like this, but it's bugging me a little bit, and I got to figure out if there's a way to do a thing across here, which I think there is. I think I can go edit mode. Clip on edge. I can add a vertex probably. Nope. Oh, loop cut. So I can loop cut. Where's my loop cut? Here? Oh, clear to there. What a pain. All right, I can do that. Let's see here. I can grab this edge. Oop, nope. Turn off loop cut. There we go. Select that edge. Extrude. Or maybe I just grab it. Yeah. All right, go back to here. Solve the vertice. Solve the vertice. Solve the vertice. So yeah. Alright. And then now I can grab, I can go back to this object. Grab that guy. Grab Y. Go to there. Y, go to there. Okay. Basically just spent a long time beveling an edge, and in the process learned something new. Which some of you were probably screaming at the screen, "You dummy! Do this!" But that's what happens when you're self-taught and don't know any other kind of 3D software. And I'm over-engineering this for sure. There's like no reason for me to do all this crazy shit that I'm doing. But now I can duplicate this, rotate 180, grab Y, ooh, that went awry. How the fuck did that happen, I wonder? Oh, I didn't hit Z. There we go. This is how I learn. It's also late. It's always late when I work. Alright. So I can grab that, do this, grab that, grab Y, to do that, grab Y to do that, come down here, right? Oh, I didn't duplicate it. Oh, well. Alright, so let's do this edge and then I'll duplicate it and do it the way that I was supposed to do it the first time. So grab like 10 different things the wrong way. And that becomes, does that look like it's highlighted? Oh, because the vertex is highlighted. Let's do that. All right, and then we go duplicate. Rotate Z 180. Not sure why that happened. Rotate Z 180. Thank you. Grab Y. Oh, it did it. Damn it. Just about did the same thing. Duplicate. Rotate Z 180. All right. Duplicate. Grab Y. Rotate Z 180. Boom. Oh, what a pain in the butt. All right, we are not even close to being done. Not even close. All right. Okay, so let's grab all of these. I wonder if I should chop them up first, because I'm making little side rooms and things. All right, just the front, right? Just the window wall. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, well, that was an unforeseen problem. All right, so let's do this. There's absolutely easier ways to do this, I bet. Add plane. Let's make us an 8-foot by, I don't know, 4, I guess. 4 feet by 8 feet. That's too much. 6 by 3. There we go. X. There we go. All right, and that is alcove. And then I want 3 feet by 2, maybe. Yeah. Book. Alcove. Bookshelf. This is where bookshelf is going to go. Alright. And then how wide are hallways in houses usually? Let's go 42 inches, I guess. So let's add plane. Let's go 40, oops, 42 inches. Grab Y. Grab X. I do not recommend working like this, working the way that I'm doing things. Let's go 7 feet for that. I want this Y goes down. Okay. So 675, I want this, that's 8 inches. I want 4 inches. So minus 6 feet, 4 inches. Perfect. Because what's going to happen right now is I'm going to delete these stupid walls that I built. And rebuild them when I have my shit together. Alright, so then now I need another, so let's see, hallway bathroom, which one's this? Oh, 4. I suppose I should mark that. Cool. In theory, these two things should interact without a thing in the middle. So it might be that this room needs to be narrower. So I'm trying to picture the room that we actually planned out for the shoot. Maybe 18. 18. There we go. Okay. Grab Y. Let's go to there. Grab Y. Let's go to there. No, that's actually okay. Which one? That's 7 feet. So this one should be 7 feet as well. Oh, shit. There we go. And then width-wise, we'll go like 5 for now. Grab it. There. Grab it. Here. Grab X to there. And then grab Y to there. And then, what is that, 7, probably Y, 5 feet 2 maybe? Perfect. Oh, nope, it overlaps a little bit. 5 feet. Grab X. Nope. Grab Y. I was right the first time. Feet, 2 inches. So 5 feet 1 inch? Holy cow. 1 inch. Yeah, interesting. All right, and I'm using 4-inch walls. So now I know it's 5'1". It can be 4 feet 10, 9. is not correct. 4 feet 7 inches. That's correct. Okay, cool. Weirdly, though, these two are connected. They aren't separated by a wall. All right, so how do I do? Okay, so first of all, do grab X and do that. Grab X and do this. 411. That's smaller. So I did bad math to begin with. I've done bad math down here too. Okay, so it might not matter that much because it's not like we're seeing the interiors of the walls or whatever. I could also just put the walls over the top of the rooms and not worry about the rooms getting smaller. I'm beginning to like that more. So let's do this. In some ways actually makes the rooms a little bit bigger, honestly. Is that lined up right? Yeah, I think so. Let's just do that. I'll just build the walls later. Okay. So we have a hallway. Laundry room. That would in theory be as wide as that thing is too. So that'd be a short little hallway. How wide is this? So let's go 4 feet with that. There we go. Grab X. It's my parents' house, so you'd think I'd know how big it was, or I'd go over and measure it, but they live quite a ways away, so. My X's and my Y's mixed up. All right. Okay, and then this gets duplicated. Grab X to go up here somewhere. Grab X to come back to there. Did that actually fit? Oh, that's fucking awesome. All right. And then 36. Yeah, let's go 36. So let's add a plane. Let's go 36 inches on the X. Let's go 38 inches on the X just for funsies. Okay. can build in all the rest of the stuff there. Okay, cool. But we don't need a 23-foot long hallway. We do need it exaggerated though, but I think I'm going to go 15 feet. There we go. All right. So that is the general layout of the thing. Now we save. Oop, fuck. We save. Nice. We call this maybe Cecilia Master. 26 August 21. Cool. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. All right. So now we can do that little thing. Actually, isn't there a way to do... Inset. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that big circle is for. And that is not cool. I want it to be even. All right, give me a second here. I knew how to do this once. Make sure to apply the scale of the scale. That's right. So let's do apply. Control AA. A, nice. Control A, Control A, Control A. Shortcut keys, yay! So now, if I do inset, even, just do that. I need to have a thing. No. Alright. This doesn't work the way I was used to it working before. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know what this big fucking circly thing is. Why is that on there? That's probably just, who knows. Okay, so we choose all of that. All right, let's bounce out of there. Let's bounce into here. Inset faces. Nope. Nope. All right, well, I'm just about done. I start getting frustrated with shit. All right. Uniform scale. I'll do a quick YouTube thing on here. Okay, let's turn that off. Get that. Let's go I. This is very perplexing. Oh my gosh. Sorry, all you yelling at me out there. Cool. Cool. All right, so let's just do that with all of them, I guess. Set. is not 2 inches. Are these all being... Those are all set, even though they're radically different sizes. They aren't all set. Holy shit. Is it because I had it relative? Oh, goodness gracious. And of course the first two are the same size. And that is how you figure stuff out, just by doing it. Yep. Okay, cool. And so now what I'm going to do basically is, this will be it for tonight, but I'm going to go through and edit these walls, and then I'll be able to grab faces thusly, and extrude Z and make walls. But I have to kind of figure out these edges, these corners and all that too. Won't really matter too much, honestly. Not on these outside ones, because we won't ever see those. Or if we do see them, whatever. So anyway, again, all of this would have been easier with that house builder, but what are you going to do? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to keep plugging away every couple of nights during the week, probably every night, but I think this is tomorrow will be Friday for me, so I most likely will go again tomorrow and then maybe take the weekend off, and you know, at some point it'll start looking like a house and I'll kind of get my shit together because I'll be more awake. Anyway, thanks.